Hey guys, there are few things which I want to talk about regarding how important it is to do the right things at the right time. Uh, give you some perspective why I want to talk about this and why it matters to have the right time. So when I came to college, I realized a lot of people and lot of my friends are doing some great stuff which I'm not doing, and I kind of felt behind in some way. And like Yeah, I mean, I felt somehow left behind. Like I dropped a year and most of my friends were in college already for 1 year. So kind of created disconnect and yeah, you get it right. So yeah. So that made me feel kind of left out and like I wasn't able to relate much to what they were going through because 1 year of college is very different, right? That college is unlike anything you have seen before coming to college, right? So you can't really, just compare it with something else, and you can't just describe the freedom and the responsibility you have to, bear when you get outside of your hometown, away from parents and family, and just lift your own burden by yourself. So I realized that, okay, this is how it is. So I kind of tried to, do more things in less time and it was more both in academia, also extracurriculars and all aspects of life, I guess. Like after first year, I kind of decided that like my mid second year, I decided that I want to pursue EC core and not sit for core DSA stuff like the IT job. And like there are only a couple of opportunities on campus, but we'll make it to the off campus. That's something we'll talk about in the next video. Uh, as I was telling, so let's start with academics. I realized that I was studying this course. I definitely recommend it if you are doing anything in digital VLSI role, if you want to get there. Like IC design course by Janki Raman sir from IIT Madras. That's something I started reading and learning from today. So this was the course which one of my seniors recommended me like a year ago, at least 7 months or 8 months ago, and I wasn't able to understand anything, like not much at least, because I didn't have the background of like I we haven't done that VLSI design course as of that time, so I couldn't understand much, and I thought how difficult and how boring it is, and I kind of doubted if I chose the right path for myself as well. But now today, like I was 6, 7 lectures. Like the lectures are not long; they're like 20 minutes average, and kind of understand everything. And I got a few new insights as well as to how I could look at a CMOS or an NMOS, things like that. So that's where this insight came from. That like 8 months ago, this course seemed so like off-putting in such a way that I thought that maybe I'm going the wrong path. Maybe I should consider something else for my career or something. But today I like the course, and that's where I realized that that's something I have been doing in my personal life as well. Uh, I'm just looking at my notes which I made for what I need to speak. Okay. Huh. What I realized was that after I came to college, let's talk about teenage years first. I'm 22 by the way. So when I was 17 or 18, uh, let let's explore and hypothesize together what I was doing in terms of let's say dating. Yeah, dating and love. So I realized that like in the last 3, 4 months that at like there was a big phase in my life where I was kind of rushing everything. I wanted to be at the top, whether it was in academics or relationships or friendship. I just wanted to, I was kind of optimizing everything to get the most use of everything in the least amount of time. I don't exactly know why I was doing because it just gave me a rush of adrenaline or something. I don't know. But then I realized that, well, it's hard to expect and accept and embarrassing as well that there was a time of life where I was too desperate to, be with someone romantically, obviously. And I realized that as soon as I would start, like, as soon as I would have an initial attraction with somebody, like, my brain would be like, okay, this is the one I want to go for, and let's pursue that lady relentlessly, and however, in whatsoever ways a man could do that, right? Like, that's what my thought was, and I kind of cringe saying it loud. But that's how it was. I must own what I was at some point of time. But now, I was talking to my friends also, like in 2025 and like in the last 1 year, like there has been a lot of shift in how I think about all those things. Like in my late teen years, and I was kind of very inclined to be with someone just for being with someone. And that strategy definitely does not work. And you end up doing things which would, pull away the genuinely interested people in you as well. I wouldn't say I suffered from that, but yeah, I mean, I observed that I was doing things that I shouldn't do just because I was so attached to the idea of being with someone or having a girlfriend itself. Now, like, there's been a lot of shift in how I think about this, and now let's say I have a couple of women I admire, and uh, the respect is mutual. That's something I can vouch for. Anything ever that is something which I am not very sure of. Neither I want to be sure at this point of time. And now I kind of take it as a game. This cocktail of attraction also, and you kind of respect these women as well. You like them for who they are, but I really don't know if this is the right time to, even let them know that, oh, maybe I'm considering you in that way or something like that. I want to, uh, have the matters of the money and my employment sorted before I delve too deeply into this stuff. That is also a point, but I kind of like you know, how I approach these things now. So what I think now, like at some point of time, I was also, wanting to be uh, close to, let's say, someone particular, and it wasn't just, someone female or a lady. It was I was trying to do with my even male friends as well that I wanted to be a good friend of this guy or something. I don't know why I was kind of competing or why I wanted to get there faster or why I wanted to even optimize it rather than let it happen naturally over a longer period of time. I dished all kinds of this competitive, or I should say, I don't have exactly a word for this. If you have, please write down in the comments. Then I realized that that's now how a relationship should work. And now I let kind of things flow. And there are points where I see a particular somebody whom I admire and I see, okay, they have this particular person who is more important to them than I am. But before, like in the late teen years, it used to be such a pain. But now I'm like very compassionate with myself and I realize that probably it's the respect and the liking is mutual, both in terms of platonic and romantic relationships. Things will unfurl and I'll be there as well if things go long enough, right? I don't know why I got in such a hurry to be uh, close to somebody, some people, and like be in their close, very, I don't know, in their, the most, what's the name? Yeah. I don't want to use best friends because that's a terminology I detest, and I don't think it kind of is acceptable in a man's world. This is debatable and controversial, but men's world does not function in that way. I don't know. Mine does not, and mine won't be. But yeah, I wanted to be close to them, really close to them. Like I wanted to know everything about them, something like that. And I was in a rush to get. That was the wrong part. Wanting to be close is not a bad thing, but wanting to be close in less amount of time than what it would take naturally is something which you shouldn't do. I mean, that's what I'm trying to explain to myself and you guys as well. So now I kind of enjoy getting there when you're close. Enjoy getting and being in the journey where you get there, you realize that you're getting close, and you gradually the peels of the onion as they peel off, something like that. I mean, I could have given the uh, imagine. I could have made you imagine a lotus or something, but that's what came in my mind first, right? Uh, so that's something which definitely changed, and I like that I have become this. That I like that I give time to the relationships that to unfurl and to bloom. I like myself that now I don't have to rush people or set timelines in my mind or something that when will I get at this page with this person? When will I be able to, let's say, know the password of their phone or something? That's a lame example, but yeah, it does make it gives you a perspective, right? Something like that. I like it when let's say I like this particular lady and you have this uh, cocktail of attraction, respect, and uh, intellectual compatibility coming all together and making a bit of giving you this characteristic I this is something I enjoy with utmost peace. I don't want to rush things just because why this thing that's why that point right. There's no point in it. I enjoy it. I get on that high. I feel good. And that's the purpose of it all, right? So yeah, I'll just check if I wrote anything else. But yeah, I wanted to let out how I have changed in terms of how I approach my relationships of all sorts. Oh yes. So I also wanted to talk about how different it meant to love somebody for me at age 18 or 19 and now at age 22 or something. So when I was 18, like the distance, huh? So that is something I like explaining. So when I was 18, the distance between Pasand hai and मैं प्यार करता हूँ was so less. Uh, I mean, to my brain, it meant the same thing. पसंद होना और मैं प्यार करता हूँ, these were the same things. Now at 22, I realized that पसंद होना and मैं प्यार करता हूँ, like there's so much of distance which needs to be traveled to get from पसंद है to प्यार करता हूँ. Uh, for me at 18, I don't know why people don't tell their friends this. Even I didn't, but now I am. At 18, पसंद होना और प्यार करना can, feel the same things, but they are not at all the same things. Uh, I have a couple of people whom I like. Uh, let's say ladies as well. Let's say I have a couple of women whom I like, but I realize that पसंद होना and प्यार करना is so widely apart. that I need to, travel at least 1,000 miles with them. So then only I can, be sure about if I love them. Uh, Back in uh, age 18, it seemed it was the same thing. I liked them, kind of implied or just felt that I also loved them. But it is not true. I realize now that how much of an effort is required to get from Pasand hai to Pyar karta hu. How much I need to know a person to be sure that my Pasand will be my Pyar also, or my how to realize how my liking would be same as the object of my love. I hope it makes sense, but every time I feel attraction for somebody, uh, like this is the number one thing which comes into my mind first. That okay, I like them. This this is a good signal that my mind and my body is compatible with this lady on the most superficial level, and this is sign of my body and brain to pursue her, not the pursue her, to be receptive to or to be more inclined to just talk to her, something like that. But that's it. It doesn't, say anything more than that. Because anything more than that would require sufficient amount of investment in terms of, having shared experience. And then only you can be sure if you love them as well. So that's an important distinction. I think in teen years, like I was very late to understand these kind of things, and I learned a lot of these things very hard way. So I just wanted to let it all out. And mhm. Let me check my script again. There's something else. Yeah, so that's something I wanted to talk about. Do let me know what you feel about it and how you navigated these things for yourself and how you actually changed. Like this is one of my favorite questions to ask anyone I am meeting new. I ask them, tell me how you entered in this particular thing and how you came out. What were the changes which occurred and how your personality and your thoughts and your worldviews changed with, you know, with experience. Let's say during the course of the degree or studying abroad or just getting married and living with someone for 2 years, I guess. I'll definitely ask that question to my cousins who got recently married. But yeah, that's when I meet them. Yeah, so I like listening to people who's listening to people and just uh, being in awe of how their experiences and circumstances and the people around them change them in ways which they wouldn't have imagined, both for the good and the bad, unfortunately. That's it, I think. Is there anything else? Yeah, no. For this section of the video, and then thank you.